Hey guys, I am going to go over active and passive verbs. Hopefully, these notes will help you. So, looking at this, okay, my computer is super slow this morning, so hopefully it works. All right, so active and passive only pertains to action verbs. So if you see is or was, like she is nice or he was mean, skip it. It only goes with action verbs, okay? So that's super important to understand and to remember. Okay, so with our action verbs, this or active voice, the subject performs the action. So if you look at the first one, the cat ate the mouse. My question for you is who ate the mouse? The cat did. Okay, so the cat is the one performing the action. That's active voice. We wrote our research paper. Who wrote it? We did. And we is the subject. Okay, so the subject performs the action. The doer is the subject. So if you want to write down doer, is the subject. Okay, there has to be an easier way to do this. Okay, and then I ate grapes. I is the subject. Who ate them? I did. I is the doer. I left the school around noon. I is your subject. Left is my verb. Well, who left? I did. So it is active voice. Mr. Judd graded the history test. Well, Mr. Judd is the subject, and who graded? Mr. Judd. Okay. Now, the opposite of that is passive voice. So, with passive voice, the subject does not perform the action and it always has a helping verb. So, the mouse was eaten by the cat. Who ate the mouse? The cat. However, is that the subject? No. The subject is mouse. And what did the mouse do? It was eaten. So this is the passive voice because the cat is the doer, but it's not the subject. The research paper was written by me. Who graded the research paper? Well, I did. However, that's not the subject. The subject is paper. Who graded it? Me, but that's way over here. And then what's the verb? Was written. Okay. The grapes, crackers, and cheese were eaten by me. Well, who ate them? Me. However, your subject is grapes, crackers, and cheese. And then my verb was were eaten. So if you look, was eaten, was written, was eaten, these with passive voice, you're always going to have that helping verb. The school was created by me, or the empty school was created by me. What's the subject? School. Well, who created the empty school? Me. That's not the doer. The school is a subject, but me is the one doing it. So, was created is my verb, and it has helping. And then the history test was graded by Mr. Judd. Well, who graded the history test? Mr. Judd, but test is the subject. That isn't the doer. Was graded is the doer. Was graded. I'm sorry. Mr. Judd is the doer. Okay. Was graded is my verb. So with passive voice, the doer is way over here at the end. The subject's way over here. We don't want that. We want the subject by the verb. We want the subject to be the doer. Okay. All right, so for this one, state whether the sentence is active or passive. So pause this and then just check to see if you got it right. All right, here are the answers. See how you did. Pause it so you can check this. All right, another practice is to go into the writing coach on page 491 and just look at 1 through 10 and state whether the sentence is active or passive. So pause this, and then when you push play, I'll have displayed the answers. All right, guys, so here are the answers to 491. If you want to just push pause and double check your work, you can see how you did. Okay, so the most important part with active and passive is our writing. So we want to change our passive sentences to active as much as possible. So the phone was answered by Bob. How can we change that to active? So you could have had Bob answered the cell phone. Then look at the next one. The teacher graded the science project and someone stole my cell phone. That's how you can change it so it's into active voice. All right, last practice. If you turn to page 491 in your So I apparently didn't push pause. So you guys, sorry, you saw me typing those answers in, but here are the answers for this practice. So hopefully it helped. All right, in conclusion, the active voice, the doer of the action is the subject, and then the receiver of the action comes later in the sentence. In passive, the doer comes at the end of the sentence and the receiver comes at the beginning. We want to focus on active voice.